Hello, my dears. I have an apology to make. Well, I don't think it's an apology as such, but I need to correct myself. I put up a little message yesterday where I was answering a question from Jessup in Ohio when he was asking if it was right that the House of Lords can really try and overturn the result of a referendum. Now, having listened to again to what I said, it's very clear that I was just giving my opinion in answering a question. But one or two felt that I have misspoke and, quote, should do my homework. So today I actually spent a bit of time in a library. Now, for you those under the age of 20, it's a building mainly made of brick where you find books and you don't have to rely on stuff from Google. Right, I need to correct myself. First of all, the referendum apparently in the original paperwork was what was called advisory. So we were voting to advise what we would like, not necessarily to say what we actually wanted. And it being an advisory meant that the government didn't necessarily have to pay any attention to it. But of course, because this was not thought through properly, when the result came through, the powers that be decided, well, actually, perhaps we should obey what's going on. But then in practice, they found it more difficult. It's a bit like a divorce. You think I shall have the dog, the cats, the TV, and everything that's in the kitchen. But on the other side, they say, no, you can have nothing at all. And that's basically where we're at now with the negotiations. Then it was a bit of a puzzlement all the way through, because what happened in reality, both sides of the argument smudged the issues by just either slagging each other off or giving misinformation, or, as we found out with Nigel Farage and his team, just blatantly lied. So, for example, I absolutely honestly believe that David Cameron and his team thought, well, the referendum will win, everybody will want to stay, so we'll do nothing at all. Whereas the Out campaign had no policies at all. There's nowhere in what I've read where they've actually said what they would do if the Out campaign won. And so what you now have is headless chickens running around because the results went the way that nobody believed. Furthermore, the Out campaign, from what I have read, have made all sorts of promises. The most famous one, of course, is there'll be an extra £350 million per week, month, whatever, for the NHS. And then when the day after the result, they denied. Nigel Farage denied that he said it, and then we see a video of an interview where he did say it. So, to defend myself, I was giving an answer from information which was unclear, and I'm still unclear, other than an awful mess. There's been like an explosion, and we're all having to deal with the fallout. I honestly believe that in time things will sort itself out, and some things might be better, but the vast majority will be worse, and that we won't actually get what we had. And also, when I looked at the figures for the entire Britain and Northern Ireland, it's only England as such that actually had the more votes to say out, because Wales, Northern Ireland and Scotland, by clear majorities, and we're talking well over 50%, said they wanted to stay in. London, I think it was 62% wanted to stay in. Other cities wanted to stay in. So it's just the rural people and some others sort of in cities and towns where they feel ignored shall we say politely, that got the vote. And the Out campaign is only, it's 3 point something %, which in my personal opinion, for such an important issue, is not large enough. But, I say, I've done my homework now, and so what I'm saying is from what I've learned today, which is very interesting. So, from my homework, my conclusion is the powers that be treated the little people with disdain, didn't really put a proper referendum question together. There was lots of assumptions that we would win, and there was a lot of cloud, mist, fog over the realities of what we were going to get. And it is very clear to me that from the Out campaign that nobody expected to win, and so therefore they didn't have a contingency plan. And nor did the government of the day have a contingency plan. So really, I think the people to blame for this mess are those who think they're greater than us. Oh well, I hope that's rectified my errors yesterday, and look forward to chatting again soon.